Advisory. Some episodes of the 1836 podcast are not intended for all audiences due to details that might be considered disturbing. Listener and viewer discretion is advised.
Ira Marvin Gurley was born on October 10, 1891, near Alpena Pass in Boone County, Arkansas. Raised in Carroll County, he graduated from Green Forest High School in 1916 before pursuing a law degree. He married Cleo Fred Cisco, a local girl from the Green Forest area, and together they had two daughters, Eloise and Helen. Both Ira and Cleo were educators. Ira taught in Carroll and Boone counties and served as principal of Green Forest High School before and after his law school graduation, while Cleo also taught in the area. Ira's political career began when he was elected to represent Carroll County in the Arkansas House of Representatives, serving from 1919 to 1923. He later became the chief clerk of the House in 1925 and 1927. By June 1925, he had taken up the role of Assistant Secretary at the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, a position he held until his death. Ira was also active in community service, being a member of the Methodist Church, where he served as Sunday school superintendent, and was part of the Modern Woodmen of America. In 1932, Ira was considering a run for Secretary of State. On June 17th of that year, he was at the Arkansas State Capitol for an unknown meeting on the third floor. The regular elevator operator was given the day off, so Albert Sanders was operating the elevator. Sanders was named as the Assistant Elevator Operator, a position which did not exist. Sanders was actually a janitor at the state capitol. As Ira attempted to board after two women, Emma Hill and Edalie Jordan, had exited, the elevator unexpectedly ascended with the doors open, trapping Ira between the elevator floor and the door frame, violently crushing his body in a vertical manner. This occurred shortly before 1 o'clock on a Friday, a very busy time at the Capitol. Despite medical attention, Ira died on the way to the Baptist State Hospital. The investigation into Ira's death was notably conducted in-house by Ed McDonald, the current Secretary of State and Ira's potential political rival, along with Guy Amsler, a state lawyer representing McDonald's office, raising questions due to conflicts of interest. No external law enforcement was involved, and there were no official police report or coroner report. The coroner, Dr. Samuel Boyce, declared the death an accident based on McDonald's word without examining the scene or Ira's body. This occurred during a time when Arkansas, especially Hot Springs, was a known haven for gangsters like Al Capone, Pretty Boy Floyd, Lucky Luciano, Oni Madden, and Bugsy Siegel, which might have influenced the investigation's lack of rigor, given the mob's influence over local politics and law enforcement. Some theories suggest Ira's death might have been a murder, possibly due to his political ambitions or mob influence, considering the Secretary of State's role in licensing private banking co-ops favored by the mob. Ira was quickly buried just 2 days later on June 19, 1932, at 2 p.m. in Glenwood Cemetery at Green Forest, with McDonald serving as an honorary pallbearer, which added to the controversy surrounding the event. After Ira's death, his family moved to California. His daughter Helen Gurley Brown, who was only 10 at the time, later became a prominent figure in publishing, authoring Sex and the Single Girl in 1962 and becoming the managing editor of Cosmopolitan magazine in 1965, significantly impacting American women's culture. Helen's husband, David, would produce such movies as The Sting, The Sugarland Express, The Verdict, Cocoon, Driving Miss Daisy, Jaws, Angela's Ashes, and Chocolat. Upon their deaths, both Helen and David were buried in the Cisco Family Cemetery in Osage of Carroll County, Arkansas. The legacy of Ira Gurley is remembered not only for his suspicious death, but also for his dedication to public service and the achievements of his daughter Helen. But his swift burial, McDonald's involvement both in the investigation and as a pallbearer, and the lack of documentation leave many questions unanswered, suggesting to many a possible cover-up influenced by the political climate and mafia presence in Arkansas at the time. The story of Ira Gurley's death remains shrouded in mystery, with no further official investigation ever conducted.